Hello and welcome back to Coffee Infused Crypto. The weekend is here, it's approaching. Markets are going mayhem, parabolic, as you can see. We have the S&P 500, Nasdaq, US 30, and the dollar index. All right, everything's messed up. We're in 2023 and the whole world is just bonkers. So today we're gonna discuss what to expect in crypto for the weekend based on what updates we have. So stick around, I'm gonna show you exactly what to expect, not to get tracked in this weekend. Grab your cups of coffee, let's deep dive in. So as you know, they agreed on raising the debt ceiling. All right, so that caused the markets, as you can see, to start to price that in. Because, you know, raising the debt ceiling means the US government can borrow more money. So here we have the Nasdaq, here we have the US 30, and here we have the S&P 500. And again, last but not least, we have the dollar index, which is still ranging between those two. But before we dive into what does this mean for you as a crypto holder and investor, let's discuss what does raising this rate hike means. Well, technically means more money in the system, so the government can borrow more money. And there's only a couple of ways to get more money. One of them would be Insta stuff. I'm trying to phrase this in a way so that YouTube algorithm still loves me. So let's say pro institutions would be one way of getting a decent amount of money, and trafficking, for example, you can traffic cucumbers, you can traffic tomatoes. That would be another good source of money. Or you can turn the printers, and that would give you more money in the system. And assumingly we're gonna turn the printers somewhere around the corner, markets already started pricing that, and more money in the system means stocks will do good. Stocks will do good means Bitcoin is correlated directly to traditional markets. So sooner or later, Bitcoin should start doing good. But we are approaching the weekend. So in a couple of hours, markets will close for the weekend and Bitcoin will stay there hanging. So I want to discuss this with you today, Bitcoin. So Bitcoin will move a little bit now with, if you notice, our Bitcoin dominance is kind of in red. So here we have the Bitcoin dominance dropping. So if Bitcoin moves to the upside currently, expect all the alts that you love and you adore and you can't sleep without at night. Okay, that's sick, guys. Come on, sleep without your altcoins. They will parabolically run. So FOMOing in will get you wrecked. Why? Because we go back to Bitcoin. We discuss the fundamentals. This chart will tell you exactly when you need to keep an eye on, exactly when you start making your moves. Okay, so we charted this one before, and just to put you into or give you some perspective, let me remove this one and let me add the moving averages. Let's see here, moving averages. So we'll add the moving averages, so that just to show you what do we have. And now we will remove the moving averages for a second. So on the daily, Bitcoin has been trending. Remember this rejected trend line here, where we got rejected around this area, and this area. So this is a trend line which is acting as a resistance, and we have this Fibonacci from the start of the move here to the top, and our golden zone here, which held us almost all of the time between the 0.5, as you can see at the very beginning, and the 0.65. If we add this parallel channel, we can see that we are trading within this parallel channel, being supported by our golden zone, and we have this red buffer. What is this red buffer? We discussed it before, but I will show you again. So the red buffer is, we go to the weekly, we flip the moving averages, and there you go, guys. This red zone, this red buffer, hosts two of our most valuable weekly moving averages, the 20 in white and the 200 in red. So, okay, remember this. This red zone hosts those two giants as a support. So we're gonna flip this off now, go back to the daily, and tell you exactly what to look for in this chart. So in order to jump into altcoins, I'm looking at Bitcoin first. This is what interests me. This is what moves the market. So now I know that the traditional markets has gone bonkers. They're pumping. They're gonna shut down. Bitcoin's gonna trade in the weekends. We need to keep an eye on the volume because we want big volume to come in. So let's remove those so that you can see the volume. So by the way, those are this is how you remove ideas and news on your chart. So yeah, this needs to spike. So this volume here won't cut it. We need volume to come in. Okay, so this is one. Keep an eye on the volume. Two, you don't ape in now. Why? Bitcoin can do some moves in the weekend. So as we know, this is the red zone where it's hosting our weekly moving averages, very important zone. And below it, we have this red line, which is the swing high from this move right here. Okay, so keep those three levels in mind. Golden zone, red box, red line. Okay, so technically and logically speaking, if Bitcoin is correlated with, and we know it is, with the traditional market, it is expected that Bitcoin tends to push to the upside. Okay, so since the markets, 2%, I've seen 2% somewhere. Like, yeah, US 30 just moved 2%, and the Nasdaq like over 0.5%, and yeah, we have 1.44% here. So that's a lot in one day for the traditional market. So this is big. So sooner or later, this will be influenced. When would I be bullish on my alts? I need to keep an eye on Bitcoin. Of course, as you can see, our 0.5 Fibonacci is acting wonderfully, just as it is supposed to be acting as a resistance. So it is resisting the price. So if you notice here, this is the trend line from the upside, and the golden zone, the 0.65 is as support. So this is a descending triangle, which is bearish by nature. Okay, so this structure is bearish by nature, so it has a higher probability of breaking to the downside. But we know here this red box is hosting two giants, so those won't let us, just like they won't let us lose that easily. And we are trading at the middle of this parallel channel, if you notice here. So this is acting as a support. Our golden zone is acting as a support. This red box will act as a support, and this swing high will act as a support. So I'd say we have 50-50 now, because all of those are below us. And plus, add the traditional markets pumped, that is an extra couple of percentages of us moving to the upside. But so we will be trading between those two levels. So this level is currently at the top is at 28,158, and it will descend as we go. So you can draw it, chart it on your chart, get on the daily those connections here, chart this line, and of course get your Fibonacci here, and the 0.65 is at 26,338. So those two, this is the level. I will only be bullish once it's not here. No, you don't ape in here. No, it moves 1%. You don't go bonkers on your alts. No, even though they will move, you just wait for this to break to the upside. I want to create a higher high on this point, come back, retest it. Okay, so build your strategy according this. Okay, because any move in the wrong direction for Bitcoin, any scam move, any like low volume and manipulation in the market with like a huge amount of Bitcoin being dumped, always remember, US government still has some Silk Road lucrative Bitcoin, right? Again, we're watching our languages for the YouTube algorithm. So those thousands of Bitcoin can be just slam dunked at any point, you know, which is all good. We know it's very legit and legal to just, you know, give lucrative Bitcoin to the market. But again, that's a different story. So any volume coming, selling pressure coming and pushing this Bitcoin lower and going back into the zone, your alts will get wrecked. Okay, so I will only be confident in any move when I cross this. So take this high as a reference, 28,300. Break it, retest it, and that would be golden for Bitcoin to start looking into alts. So I would do a Bitcoin overview. I would analyze my alts, check what I want to buy, or maybe Bitcoin play, whatever you want. But this is what you need to look for, the break of this high. Nothing before that is valid. Trading up till 27,900 is very normal. We are within this range, and down to 26,377 is very normal. We are still within this range. So keep an eye on this. Very, very important. Always look for the breakout, retest around this area when we need to take this high and create a higher high. And this one is at $28,300. And from here, if this happens, if this breakout happens, technically we are prone to get back to the top of this Fibonacci, which is at 31,000 currently. But before that, we have to take this 28,200 or 300, then this high, which is 29,700, and then the top of our Fibonacci. So if that happens, we would have been on track by doing just as we are intended to do. Any move to the upside is prone to come back, retest our golden zone, and if that supports, then a continuation pattern occurs by breaking this, which will make sense. But nothing happens before we break this trend line. With that being said, I wish you a happy weekend, enjoyable, touch grass, go out, I don't know, do some activities, go to Disneyland, see some characters, I don't know, have a lot of coffee, and of course, happy hunting on your crypto journey. I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.